So you might ask yourself, what are we getting into today? And that's a great question because I don't even know. Half of my day consists of a complete mystery, and then the other half consists of something that I do know that we're gonna do, and that's that we're picking up the Mini-Max. The first part, you wonder? This sign accompanies an objective to go down to Baltimore to pick up somebody. Apparently there was a surprise that had been planned for a long time. This surprise involves a mystery person. I honestly have no idea who it is, but I was tasked with the objective to go down to hold that sign to pick up said mystery person because apparently they're surprising me. So we're in this together. So the surprise is my good friend Steve Stully from Michigan. As you guys know, I lived in Michigan for a short amount of time as I was working with General Motors, and I happened to meet Steve here while I was up there. The story's kind of a cool one, and I really wanted to share it. So basically, Steve was at a car wash one day. I had my LML up there. He is a previous LML owner. Now he's got an L5P. So I pulled in one day, and this guy looks at me and he's like, "Oh, nice truck, man. But why are you parking behind me? All these other stalls are open."
Trying to wash my truck here.
I know. Just paying mind to my own business. And I approach him, and we were just sharing the story. And what'd I say?
Just because I'm in nice clothes doesn't mean I ain't afraid to wrench.
Yeah. So I said, dude, look, I just moved up here. I'm from Pennsylvania. I have absolutely no friends in this area. And I figured you've got an LML Durtymax. I've got an LML Durtymax. So I feel like that already kind of makes us friends.
We're brothers.
And he looked at me and said,
"Yep." You want to
yeah,
do
dude.
karate in the garage?
He's like, "Yeah, you trying to like hang out? Like, what do you want to do?" So we ended up drinking some beers later that night and becoming quite literally best friends. So
I think it was Fair Week, and we went to truck polls and watched Eric Block poll.
So you welcomed me out to the fair. You introduced me to all of your other diesel friends, and quite literally, I found my fit in Michigan.
Yes, I was tickled because we took a picture side by side and posted it. I was like,
yeah, it's awesome. So what is it now? 4 years later?
I think so.
And although, you know, we're multiple states separated, we still make it an effort to get together. And actually, Steve had reached out to my wife and said, "Hey, look, I'm going to surprise Jack this weekend. Don't tell him I'm coming."
That was difficult.
Which was challenging. And as you guys saw, I just waited at the airport for God knows how long, and I had no idea who I was going to pick up.
You were downstairs, I was upstairs.
But it ended up working out. And you know, it's really good to have you here, man. He's even repping enthusiast on his head, which is absolutely awesome.
Every time I go out to the bar.
That's it, my man representing. So yeah, he came down to my wedding, you know, and it's always about making an effort. That's the one thing that I always preach to you guys. It's all about the relationships in life, and if you can sustain those relationships, then you can consider yourself an incredibly wealthy person. So today, I figured, what better timing, being that we're in Maryland, that we have a diesel friend in the area, might as well go do diesel stuff. So what we're gonna do is actually see our good friend Logan Lewis here at Diesels Unlimited just in a few minutes and pick up the LLY, and I figure, you know, might as well give Steve the honors of feeling out the trans for the first time. But we've arrived. It's an exciting day, boys. There she is in all her glory. Oh, I missed her. I missed her. So guys, right now we're in Tune 5, kind of just having a little bit of fun with the truck, feeling it out. The trans is shifting just a little bit harder than it normally would, but that's because trans is still kind of getting acclimated.
Getting into it. Oh, she fucking pulls. Oh, she pulls hard.
First time I've ever actually went with, that was like 3/4 throttle. Yeah, it feels pretty good.
I would say so.
All right, guys, so we just got back to Diesels Unlimited here in Maryland. Elkton, Maryland is where their shop's located. I'm going to throw all their information down below. Steve, up in Michigan, there aren't many Chick-fil-A's, so we had to go out to Chick-fil-A to grab some food. Always hits the spot so well. You guys know that I love Chick-fil-A. I feel like I should buy some stock in that company. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're gonna actually get back home and let Steve drive the Mini-Max. I'm going to drive the big truck back home. We got to say peace out to the Diesels Unlimited team. Well, so far so good. The trans feels absolutely awesome in that thing. Logan had forewarned me that it would be acting a little bit strange at first as it's trying to get acclimated with the new clutch packs, the tolerances, the line pressure. We did do fleece lines, and we did do a Mishimoto trans cooler on it. So I figured what better way to kind of get the truck a little bit more warmed up, get some more miles on it, than taking like a 100-mile trip back home. So I've got Steve behind me cruising in the Mini-Max. He's got an L5P right now, and as we know, those things are pretty landlocked, or if you're willing to kind of, you know, cash out your 401k, you can have some fun with them. So I'm sure that he's having an absolute blast in the back, and that's really what it's all about for me. I mean, he's a diesel guy at heart. That's how our friendship began. So I figured, well, what better way than picking him up at the airport and giving him a fun little race truck to play around in. So I'm going to catch you guys back at the house. We're going to take the truck out, and then we're going to go into some more details about how it feels and actually do some driving. Hopefully the rain holds out, but we're not going to let that stop us. Expensive trip to the fuel station. God, I miss that thing so much. Don't rub it in right now. This is about to be an expensive trip to the fuel station. My lord! All right, guys, let's take a guess right now. Both trucks are on a quarter tank, so 140 bucks. Now, dudes and dudettes, I have a question for you guys. I threw a poll up on my Instagram the other day asking whether or not I should do an axle dump or if I should do dual miter stacks out of the bed. They would sit right about here, come up to right about here on the cab. Drop your comments below. Really want to know what you guys are thinking. I have an axle dump on the big truck. Really like it, especially because it makes the truck a little bit louder. You get all those sound waves that bounce off the ground. But it's a race truck, so I feel like a stack might be appropriate, but rather than just one stack, we'll do a single dual stack side by side. Drop a comment below. Definitely want to know what you guys are thinking. What are you voting for, buddy?
I don't know. I just walked in.
Are we doing axle dump or stack?
Stack. Twice.
Stack?
Twice pipes.
Twice pipes?
Twice pipes.
I think we need some twice pipes. All right, there we go, guys. 81 bucks. My guess is 140. Usually that one's about 60 or 70 bucks. Oh shit, where are we? Where are we? Oh, I was off by 8 bucks. I guess the 140. That's pretty good. Not bad. I'll take it. All right, guys, so we are back. Unfortunately, it's raining. It's really not that nice of a day, but we still are going to get out and talk a little bit about how the Mini-Max feels. I can tell you already right off the gun that the shifts are way more concise, and the overall tightness of the transmission is a night and day difference. Unfortunately, guys, with the conditions that we're dealing with right now, it's really not the ideal circumstances to go out there and really kind of put some rubber to the road. I wanted to go into some details driving with you guys about all the componentry that was added to the transmission, but I know that a lot of this rain audio is going to be coming through, and it's going to kind of soil the footage. In my personal opinion, I know that if I was watching this vlog, it's something that I really wouldn't enjoy too much. But with that said, Steve and I are going to go ahead and cruise around out here for just a little bit longer to get the trans, you know, warmed up just a little bit more, and then I'll meet you guys back at the garage. That way we can go into all the information about all of the different things. That way we can go into detail about all that was done to the truck. Jesus Christ.
Beers.
That way we can go into detail about everything that was done to the trans.